Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Ashley and this is Ashley Talks Movies. Welcome to my channel. I have a brand new movie review for you. Today I'm going to be talking about Unhinged, the new road rage thriller starring Russell Crowe. And I guess it's kind of fitting that this is one of the first new movies to be released in theaters as they're reopening amid the pandemic. But before I get into the review, couple of things. Do me a favor while I have you here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos, any of my movie reviews, trailer reactions, and entertainment news discussions. Also, while you're here, please hit that notification bell so you get notified anytime a video is posted. Okay, so on to the review. Unhinged is essentially about a man, played by Russell Crowe, who has had enough. He's fed up. He's reached his breaking point. He's mad at the world. He's having the worst day. And he gets into a confrontation with a woman at an intersection. And that confrontation essentially is the catalyst for all the other things that happen the rest of the movie. And oh boy, this movie. Unhinged is not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination. It's pretty bad. But there are a couple of good things in this movie, so that's where I'll start. I'll start with the good. Russell Crowe is actually pretty good in this movie. I mean, Russell Crowe is a good actor. He's a competent actor, and that's very apparent here, despite what he's given. He actually does a really good job with this character. He plays this character, this man who is reached his breaking point. This man who is, unhinged. He plays him really well, and he does a really good job. You can tell he's relishing in the role. I mean, he's chewing the scenery throughout the entire movie, and even from I guess he's doing like a Texan accent. Even from the accent to just how he grunts and he stares throughout the movie. I mean, he's in the role. He's given it 100%. And the other actors in the movie do a pretty good job as well. I mean, again, despite what they are given, and they're given very little. I'll get into that a little bit more later in the review. Also, surprisingly, this movie is actually pretty well made. If you were to say this movie came from a bigger studio, it looks like any typical big studio action film. So that is pretty much where my praise for this movie ends. The rest of it is pretty much a mess. And that's due mostly in part to the script, which is pretty bad. Going to the characters, Russell Crowe, most of the characters in this movie are pretty one-note, one-dimensional. They're not given a lot of layers. Russell Crowe's character is probably the most developed out of all the characters. That's just because throughout the movie, there's hints and there's parts of the movie here and there where his motivations are they try to explain his motivations. They don't do a really good job with it, but they try. So of all the characters, he's probably the most developed. The female character, Rachel, the woman he has a confrontation with at the intersection, she's not very well developed. She's kind of one note. So it was hard to I mean, a lot of bad things are happening to her, but it was hard to really, at least for me, to sympathize with really any of these characters, just because I didn't really get that attachment to them. Most of the characters in this movie make really bad decisions throughout the entire movie, which you can almost forgive them making bad decisions a few times, because obviously if they made the best decisions, the movie would be over in 30 minutes. But just the amount of times that they're making bad decisions, it was just exhausting. And that's again due to the scripts. It's trying to find a way to keep the story going, and so that these characters make really bad choices. So then it prompts another thing to happen. but it didn't really work for me. And also, yeah, the dialogue. The dialogue in this movie, again, going back to the script, which is terrible, dialogue is so bad in this movie. The things that these characters say, it was, throughout the entire movie, cringe-inducing, really, truly. And even at the very end, there's a line that one of the characters says, and I literally rolled my eyes and threw up my hands because it was just such a ridiculous line. It was unnecessary. It's a shame because this movie starts off pretty good. It's kind of a slow build up. You're introduced to the characters, you're given some, and then the rest of it just sort of, as the movie progresses, it just gets, I don't know, more bonkers and bad. I will say though, there's an opening credit scene that I thought was pretty unnecessary. And that's mostly because I felt like it was really heavy-handed in what it was trying to tell the audience. And I felt like that was unnecessary. The audience can kind of make their conclusions. They didn't need to be like basically spoon-fed that. But I mean, whatever. It was there, but it didn't need to be. But yeah, so overall, I mean, Unhinged is not great. There's a couple of things in the movie that I enjoyed. There's some things that work. There's a lot of things that don't work. And it is what it is. If you're looking for a movie that's just something, to turn your brain off and just watch, and you like Russell Crowe, then this is the movie for you. If you're looking for something just a little bit more entertaining, maybe something a little bit more fun or engaging, Unhinged is not that movie. So anyway, those are my thoughts on Unhinged. Let me know what you think about the movie in the comment section below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of Russell Crowe's performance? Or maybe you haven't seen it. Are you thinking about heading to the theaters to watch it? Or are you going to wait until it's available on demand or Blu-ray or something like that? So anyway, share your thoughts with me below. While you're here, like this video, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe.